గవర్నర్ గారికి, మన రాష్ట్ర విద్యాశాఖ మాచులు శ్రీ ఆదిమూలపు సురేష్ గారికి, చైర్మన్ ఆప్షి శ్రీ హేమచంద్ర రెడ్డి, తర్వాత మన ప్రిన్సిపల్ సెక్రటరీ గవర్నర్ శ్రీ ముఖేష్ మీనా, and all the vice chancellors. Good morning to all of you. Sir, we are very thankful to the Honorable Governor who has spared his time during this hard and to guide the universities about creating awareness in public about COVID-19 and appropriate behavior in the universities and also in the public. Sir, during the meeting, all our vice chancellors would be informing the Honorable Governor about steps each one of them is taking and how in these times the universities are being run. In fact, we started the academic calendar from 2nd November last year, and we had gone in the blended mode. Means what? 1/3 of the students at any point of time, we invited them to the university.
Calling the vice chancellors, names of the vice chancellors, kindly respond, and also I request you to please confine to the subject on creating awareness in public about COVID-19 appropriate behavior.
And PG students by following Government of India and UGC Government of AP standard operating procedures. So organizing vaccination program in the university campus and YV Engineering College of
Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh and Chancellor of all the universities of the state of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Bishwabhushan Harichandanji, Namaskar sir. Special Chief Secretary Education Department Sri Satish Chandraji, Secretary to Governor Sri Mukesh Kumarji, Chairman APSHI Professor Hemchandra Reddy Garu, and all the Vice Chancellors of the various universities of the state of Andhra Pradesh. Very good afternoon to all of you. The webinar on creating awareness in public on COVID-19 appropriate behavior is in fact a timely initiative and need of the hour when the entire stakeholders of the education ecosystem in Andhra Pradesh are really getting panicky and are almost coming to press the panic buttons due to the onset of the second wave of COVID-19, where number of cases are getting registered, the positive cases, and in fact the progress in the increase of this number of cases is very exponential when compared to the first wave of COVID-19. When in the first wave they raised from 15,000 cases to 97,000 or maybe nearly a lakh of cases, took 90 days. In the second wave, from 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, the time taken is only 10 days. So definitely we should really adopt some strategies in not only protecting the student community of all our universities, but also the larger community of the state of Andhra Pradesh. As you all know that in the very first incidence of the spread of COVID-19, the containment program that has been adopted in Andhra Pradesh under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Y.S. Jagannath Reddy Garu, has set an example for the entire country to emulate. Because we have been number one in terms of number of tests being conducted, which has crossed over 1 million, and the number of positive cases that have been registered or recovered almost are very, very negligible when compared to other parts of the states in the country. This has been possible because we have adopted a strategy. Our Honorable Chief Minister has got a clear plan of action as a roadmap as to how to contain the spread of this pandemic COVID-19. As most of the Vice Chancellors have reiterated the concept in a very lucid way by putting that we need to avoid 3 C's and then we have to adapt to 3 T's. The 3 C's, what our Honorable Chief Minister also has tried to avoid, especially when the containment of the COVID-19 in the public is concerned, is this closeness, the crowdedness and the contact with the people. This has to be as minimum as possible. If you can avoid these 3 C's, I think probably large extent the problem is solved. And when it comes to attacking the spread of this COVID-19 virus, the Honorable Chief Minister has adopted a 3T strategy, that is testing, tracing and then tracking or treatment, which I think one of the Vice Chancellors also have drawn attention to this 3T. As a result, actually, we could really successfully negotiate that greatest obstacle in the first instance of a COVID-19 pandemic when it hit the state of Andhra Pradesh. We could really contain the damage to a large extent in terms of loss of lives and in terms of damage that is caused to the economy basically, and also the education system. As you all know that we have really lost precious time, academic time of the students, and we tried our level best to salvage the loss by shifting over to this online or offline blend and is in public on COVID-19. Appropriate behavior is in fact a timely initiative and need of the hour when the entire stakeholders of the education ecosystem in Andhra Pradesh are really getting panicky and are almost coming to press the panic buttons due to the onset of the second wave of COVID-19, where number of cases are getting registered, the positive cases, and in fact the progress in the increase of this number of cases is very exponential when compared to the first wave of COVID-19. When in the first wave they raised from 15,000 cases to 97,000 or maybe nearly a lakh of cases, took 90 days. In the second wave, from 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, the time taken is only 10 days. So definitely, we should really adopt some strategies in not only protecting the student community of all our universities, but also the larger community of the state of Andhra Pradesh. As you all know that in the very first incidence of the spread of COVID-19, the containment program that has been adopted in Andhra Pradesh under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Y.S. Jagannath Reddy Garu, has set an example for the entire country to emulate. Because we have been number one in terms of number of tests being conducted, which has crossed over 1 million, and the number of positive cases that have been registered or recovered almost are very, very negligible when compared to other parts of the states in the country. This has been possible because we have adopted a strategy. Our Honorable Chief Minister has got a clear plan of action as a roadmap as to how to contain the spread of this pandemic COVID-19. As most of the Vice Chancellors have reiterated the concept in a very lucid way by putting that we need to avoid 3 C's and then we have to adapt to 3 T's. The 3 C's, what our Honorable Chief Minister also has tried to avoid, especially when the containment of the COVID-19 in the public is concerned, is this closeness, the crowdedness and the contact with the people. This has to be as minimum as possible. If you can avoid these 3 C's, I think probably large extent the problem is solved. And when it comes to attacking the spread of this COVID-19 virus, the Honorable Chief Minister has adopted three T strategy, that is testing, tracing, and then tracking or treatment, which I think one of the Vice Chancellors also have drawn attention to these three T's. As a result, actually, we could really successfully negotiate that greatest obstacle in the first instance of COVID-19 pandemic when it hit the state of Andhra Pradesh. We could really contain the damage to a large extent in terms of loss of lives and in terms of damage that is caused to the economy basically, and also the education system. As you all know that we have really lost precious time, academic time of the students, and we tried our level best to salvage the loss by shifting over to this online or offline blend, and then by resorting to various streaming methods to complete the syllabus and also to conduct the examinations. And as a result, actually, to large extent, I think we could control the damage, and we had to really put all our efforts together in bringing the academic calendar to normalcy. As a result, actually, in the last academic year, we could complete it. But to our misfortune, again, we got the second wave, and this second wave is spreading much faster. So here, in fact, the need of the hour is not only creating awareness in the public about COVID-19 behavior, but also to control the spread in our own campuses, in our own constituent colleges, in our own affiliated colleges, because large chunk of the students are under the control of every university, and the university has to really gear up and tighten the belts and then had to come out with various strategies. I am very glad, and I place the appreciation on record by the government for all the good initiatives taken by the Vice Chancellors in containing the spread of this COVID-19. The government places on record the appreciation and the initiatives especially being taken by various Vice Chancellors of the universities in not only containing the spread of this COVID-19, but also sensitizing and then creating awareness among the general public, because generally the mindset is the moment the COVID-19 positive case person is identified, immediately there will be panic among them, and then though it is not fatal in the initial stage, when you can really take all the precautions, then the spread also can be minimized. But now in the second wave, the spread is much faster. So definitely preliminary initiatives and then preventive measures need to be taken. And then this is possible only through creating awareness in public. And as been rightly put in the seminar, in the webinar, the various items that need to be covered, I want to bring to the notice of Honorable Governor Sir and also the Vice Chancellor that not only in creating awareness, but also we need to set out the universities at the very beginning itself by adopting to some short-term measures and long-term measures. The short-term measures, as everybody has brought to the notice of the participants here, is the timely measures, especially the three important things which need to be followed to prevent the spread. That is the short-term measures, and then awareness programs and ICE activities in the campus, and then media, especially social media campaigns and the paintings and the messages, and also conducting webinars and awareness programs. But we need to look for a long-term measures, especially when there is no guarantee that the spread is totally ruled out in the near future, and we don't know what is the periodicity of this second wave. So we need to come out with the proper permanent solutions, especially in future, as far as containment of the spread of this pandemic is concerned. We have to totally shift to digital mode for all the purposes to the extent possible. Maybe the advanced attendance management system, which is in place in some of the universities, but actually it has to be spread to the entire colleges under the universities, and then conducting of online classes, which I think we have learnt it. The pandemic has really taught us this method of teaching through online. But that will not totally solve the problems, but we need to go for a blend of this online and offline classes. And then more important is the content and the pedagogy of how these online classes had to be taught. And then even the teacher training courses also need to be addressed very strongly in this aspect. But apart from all these methods, the services, the delivery of university services online is the need of the hour. As the government has time and again mentioned that almost all the services of universities, including the online admissions, online affiliations, examinations, and human capital management, etc., everything, I think we need to go for online in future. For this, the government of Andhra Pradesh is geared up through APCFSS, and we have come out with the end-to-end automation in most of the universities, and I am sure some of the activities in universities also there in place already. So this delivery of university services is one important area which I am flagging off here now to all the vice chancellors.
Dr. A. Suresh, Minister for Education, Sri Satish Chandra, Special Chief Secretary, Education, Professor K. Hemchand Reddy, Chairman, Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education, Vice Chancellors, a very good afternoon to you all. As you all are aware, the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic is sweeping across the country. In our state of Andhra Pradesh, also more and more COVID positive cases are being reported on a daily basis. Laxity among the people is said to be the main reason behind the increasing number of cases, and it is necessary for all of us to come together and take up awareness programs on a mission mode basis in order to succeed in the fight against COVID-19 menace. Keeping in view of the alarming situation, Honorable Prime Minister reviewed on the issue with all the Chief Ministers on April 8. The Prime Minister again held meetings along with Vice President Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu with all the governors and lieutenant governors on April 14. The Prime Minister has stressed on the need for implementing five-fold strategy of testing, tracing, treatment, COVID-appropriate behavior, and vaccination. The Prime Minister has also advised that a campaign should be taken up with the active involvement of the universities and students to spread awareness about the COVID-appropriate behavior and all other precautions as required to prevent and control the COVID-19 pandemic with the support of the civil society, prominent persons, religious leaders, public representatives, etc. The process was initiated by organizing a webinar with the officials of Indian Red Cross Society, Andhra Pradesh State Branch, along with district administration of all the 13 districts on April 12. I have interacted with the collectors and joint collectors and reviewed the prevailing situation of COVID-19 in the respective districts and steps taken by them to curb the spread of virus. Officials of Andhra Pradesh State Branch and chairman of district branches of Indian Red Cross Society have been advised to work in close coordination with the district administration and organize awareness campaign on COVID-appropriate behavior, such as wearing masks, advise the people to avoid crowd and maintain social distance, frequent hand wash, etc. They are also advised to prepare ice material or COVID-appropriate behavior and distribute the same among general public with the help of youth Red Cross volunteers. The COVID-19 pandemic has posed a huge challenge to the higher education institutions. The Vice Chancellors and higher management of the universities not only have direct responsibility of readiness towards the risk of COVID to the in-house students and the staff during the sessions and management of such health risk without compromising the academics and teaching responsibilities of faculty, but such institutions of higher education have larger responsibility towards the public to create an environment of awareness among the population about protective and preventive aspects of saving themselves from the COVID infection and resultant health and psychological impacts. The students have a capacity to make themselves as a messenger to their immediate extended family and the community for campaigning awareness related to COVID appropriate protocols and behavior. I would request the Vice Chancellors to mobilize their students along with the already existing network of NCC and NSS cadres and follow a systematic approach towards involvement of the students and faculty in the process of campaigning for awareness on the precautions and necessary and protocols to be adhered to for prevention of spread of the COVID pandemic. COVID-19 virus has paralyzed our everyday life and has seriously affected our economy. We have to come together and fight the war against the invisible enemy COVID-19 virus and break the chain. I call upon every student in the college and universities to use the UP Red Cross mobile app and take up a campaign for community surveillance throughout the state on war footing. Protect yourself first. Educate your parents and your neighborhood for using mask, maintaining physical distance and frequent hand wash. Please visit at least 5 houses every day and take up community surveillance using the app and give us the feedback. We will suitably award 10 best colleges in each district and 3 best universities in the state based on the participation of the students in the community surveillance against COVID-19. While creating awareness on COVID-appropriate behavior, young students should also advise general public on maintaining physical fitness with regular practice of yoga and to take Ayurvedic medicine wherever possible in consultation with the doctors. I want to mention a few simple tips to prevent the spread of COVID-19 which can be used in spreading of effective messages as required to create awareness among the people. The World Health Organization states that masks are a key measure to suppress transmission and save lives. Masks will be useful for either protection of healthy person or to prevent onward transmission. Proper wearing of mask fully covering nose and mouth is mandatory. Don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth. Maintain physical distance of 2 meters with others and avoid crowded places. Maintain a safe distance from anyone who is coughing or sneezing. Regular hand wash using soap and water or an alcohol-based sanitizer. People should be advised to cover nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when they cough or sneeze. They should be advised to stay at home if they feel unwell. If anyone has a fever, cough, and difficulty in breathing, they should be advised to go for testing immediately and seek medical attention. I request the Vice Chancellor to check out an action plan and launch an intensive campaign to create awareness among the people by making them aware of all the facts about COVID-19, advise them to take appropriate precautions and follow guidelines issued by the health authorities and district administration. I am confident that if these interventions are implemented by the universities with the help of students on a mission mode basis, the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic can be won and precious human lives can be saved by breaking the chain and curbing spread of the virus in coming days. Collective and collaborative human endeavor is imperative to bring humanity out of this crisis. As you all know, that the Honorable Prime Minister of this country is appealing to the people and the nation again and again to fight unitedly against this COVID pandemic, which has now posed a great danger to the entire society. So far, Andhra Pradesh government is concerned, in the first phase, as you know, in the matter of testing, we were number 2 in the country. And in the matter of testing, tracing, and treatment, we had much ahead of many of the states in the country. This time also, all appropriate measures, all necessary measures have also been taken by the government. And my appeal to all sections of the people to have full cooperation with the government so that we'll be able to fight out this great danger of the COVID-19. So far the Vice Chancellors are concerned, they were professors and teachers of the students, and they can inspire the students to go to the society and save their people. Students can make wonders because they have shown in the freedom fight and also in the fight against saving the democracy and the constitutional rights of the people, which was led by Jayaprakash Narayan. Therefore, if the students can come forward and try to save the society, it will take no time to save the society. They can come and teach the people, but because this is a great danger, which, as I said, that the Prime Minister has said that we must fight unitedly. And if you come to the society, create awareness in your own family, in the society, and for saving the country and the nation. It is a fight not only to save your family, the society, the nation, but the entire humanity. So, for this purpose, I appeal to my dear students of Andhra Pradesh, of all the universities, to come forward, and I am confident that if you can come forward, it will not take much time to control COVID-19, and Andhra Pradesh will create a history in this matter. Thank you all. Join.
We are really thankful to you for taking your time and giving us the direction. Sir, at the outset, I thank our Special Chief Secretary, Satish Chandra Garu, for supporting us all through and then initiating this webinar today and for his presence. Honorable Minister, as usual, I said, he leads us from the front. Today, he gave his mind and his directions very, very clear. And through a speech, he said, 3 C's and 3 T's shall be our mantras going forward and facing the COVID. Honorable Chancellor, sir, it's your concern, it's your passion for all these universities that made this webinar a possibility. And today, through your advice, you really inspired us. You called us, called upon the vice chancellors to realize their larger responsibilities to the public, and you also called them to chalk out an action plan and launch an extensive campaign against COVID. Sir, your points are well taken. As you rightly said, if we all come forward, we have more than 1 million students in higher education, and each one, if they can educate 50, each student, if they can educate 50, I think entire population of Andhra is covered. So it is 1:50. So, sir, we take the inspiration from your speech, and I'm sure all the vice chancellors who are attending this webinar, they already noted the point, and you are making an appeal to all the vice chancellors and through them to the teachers to inspire the student to participate in the social activity. Sir, we'll definitely follow all your guidelines, all your directions, and I'm sure, I assure on behalf of all vice chancellors, I assure you that we'll make a difference. We'll show to the entire country that Andhra Pradesh is quite unique, and we will definitely try to handle this situation, and will prove as a role model for the rest of the states. And last but not the least, I should thank Mukesh Kumar Meenaji and Shyam Garu for their meticulous planning of this event, and absolutely without any hitch, this program has been planned. And thank you very much, sir, for all your support and planning this so well. And my special thanks to all vice chancellors who have joined this webinar from their respective places, and presenting the views of the universities and the measures taken by you. Some of them are laudable, like the psychology counseling by 3 or 4 universities, and then awareness campaigns, the display boards, and then preparing the sanitizers and masks and distributing them at free of cost to the public. Some of them we have noted, they are really worth mentioning and inspiring. I think every vice chancellor can take this point and move forward. I thank all the vice chancellors for participating in this, making this webinar a purposeful one. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all.